Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel VB Academy of Commerce and Business Studies. I am Dr. Vijayagiri Bhikshapati. Presently working as assistant professor and also head Department of Commerce, SRR Government Arts and Science College, Karimnagar, Telangana, India. So my email address to contact is bvijayagiri@gmail.com. Welcome once again, dear learners. I am going to deal a topic today is probability. Probability is part and parcel of the business statistics. So it is intended for the BCom 4th semester students as per the common core syllabus of the universities in Telangana. So even yesterday also it is dealt about the fundamentals of the probability. Today we are going to learn further important topic. So before going to the top further, so what is the probability? Will once again we'll learn. What is the probability? Probability is a measure the occurrences of an event out of the total possible events, or it is also called outcomes in the experiment. So there are important words. The terminology used here is occurrence. Occurrence of what? Event. Event. Occurrence of event. Then total possible events. And the other word is called experiment. So occurrence means happening. Occurrence means happening. Occurrence means happening. So happening. Event means happening and expected outcome. Outcome. Out of total. Total means there are in any trial or experiment there are number of trials, number of total possible events. Possible event. Okay. Then what is experiment? An experiment is to do a study. It is also called trial for knowing the results. So results may be complete list, or your expected event only, like that. Okay, probability is a measure to know the occurrences of an event out of the total possible events, outcomes in the experiment. It is expressed in ratio. So it is expressed in ratio. I'll erase the matter. Yes. Expressed in ratio. Ratio means It is expressed, denominator is the total events, your expected event. Expected event by total events, that is n of e by n of s. N of e means number of events. Number of events you are expecting divided by what are the total number of events in the sample space. Total number of. This is what the total possible. Right. We are talking about the total possible. N of s means total possible events. Okay. So E means what do you want? That is, for example, this is taken as this is an example for what 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means it is example for probability of falling of head in a toss of coin. Toss of coin. If you toss the coin, what is the probability of falling head in a toss of coin? So this is what head. So we are going to know how many total events are exist in the tossing of coin. Yes, there are two. One is head, another one is tail. So that means 2. So that means n of s is equal to 2. N of s is equal to, this is what the n of s is equal to 2. Then what is the head? How many number of events are there in the tossing of one coin? Only one. This is what one head. So this is what one head. Okay. So 1 by 2 is the expression expressed in a ratio. It is in a ratio. Then it is called the event lies between how much event lies between 0 and 1. 0 and 1. So whatever the value you are getting in the probability, it must be below the 1 and above the 0. Above 0 and below the 1. So this is called the probability. Okay. Then sample space, as I said just now also, sample space is if you total, it must be equal to 100 or 100% is also termed in the probability as 1 is equivalent to 100%. Then we are going to deal with the some more terminology used for the purpose of probability. One is simple event. What is simple event? It is an event. An event E has only one sample point in sample space. It is called simple or elementary event. Okay, so just now we have discussed about head, falling off head in a toss of coin. So in a toss of single coin, how many heads? There are only one head and one tail. So total is two events. Total two events. Head event is one, tail event is one. Okay. So that's why, for example, falling of head in a toss of coin is 1 by 2. We said 1 by 2. Then the same is if you interpret with the dice. In the throw of dice, appearing any number that is 1 by 6 is called simple event. How? So it can be said in this way. There are 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, and the lastly 6. Faces are there. Faces. It is called faces. Faces of dice. Okay. Then falling off number 1 is 1 by 6, means how many events are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 events. Out of how many events? Out of 6 events, one event is having 1 or 2 or 3 or you must understand, or 4, 5, 6. Any only one number is called 1 by 6. So this is simple event. Simple event. Then the same is expressed for the drawing of a card. Any card is called simple event, that is 1 by 52. As yesterday we have discussed, there are 13 cards with 4 types. So 13 4 ja 52. So total is 52. 52. So getting one card is 1 by 52 in a pack of cards. Then coming to the compound event. One is simple event, another one is called compound event. So what is compound event? So here the expression is in this way: couple of sample points together is called compound event. So couple of here only. So in the simple event, we just taken one sample point. Here couple of sample points. So they collectively some sample points together is called compound event. What are they? For example, we'll take odd event in falling of dice. So throwing of dice. So what are the odd numbers? Just now we have discussed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are these are the dice. So 1. So what are the odd numbers out of the 6 numbers? There are 1, comma 3, comma 5 are odd. So then what are the total? Totally 6. So odd numbers, how many are there? 1, 3, 5 means 1, 2, 3. 3 by is equal to 3 by 6 is, on simplification it is written as 1 by 2. Okay, it is 1 by 2. Then we'll take one more example. Even numbers in the dice, it is also in the same, because 2 comma 4 comma 6, there are three numbers, so each having 1 by 6, 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 so together 3 by 6, or it is called 1 by 2. Okay, then we'll discuss about the topic event versus complementary event. So it is a picturization of the sets, this concept of set 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 for example, set A is equal braces 1 2 3 4 5, suppose I said. Okay, so this is with regarding to A. So A means the white colored A. Then what is the S? Suppose I am restricting my explanation up to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. There are 10 elements in this S. S means sample space. I said sample space. Okay, so S minus A is called A complement. Inverse also we'll call it. It is A complement. So that means how many are there in S? Yes, there are 10 numbers. So 1 2 3 5, remove 1 2 3 5, then A is equal to 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so this is with regarding to the sets. So it is explained to the extent we require in the probability. So the white part is called A, that is the event A. A inverse is the blue part removing the white part. This is called complement event. Then I said now. So what is S? S is the total. S is equal A plus A complement. So this white part and the blue part both together is called S, sample space. Okay. Yes. Event means the probability of that occurs, P of A, probability of A. Okay. Complementary event means it does not occur. So I don't want 1 2 3 4 5 event. So that is called complementary event. That is P of A is equal to 1 minus P of A. Why I said 1 minus? 1 means the sample space total together is, equal to 1 or 100%. If you put in the percentages, it is 100% or 1. So hence just we have taken S minus A, 1 minus A. 1 minus P of A. Why P of A? P of A means we already, I think we learned P of A is equal N of A by N of S. It comes into decimals or 0 0.9, 0 0.3, 0 0.4 like that. So it is the probability point is decimal. So 1 minus 0 0.4 is equal 0 0.6. I said example 0 0.4 is example. Then it is called the A complement. Okay. Yeah. There are events, types of events. What are they? So it is very, very important for us to learn probability. We need the different types of sets where the events are involved. Whether the event A means set A and set B, or event A, event B have any connection? Here there is no connection, no connection, no connection, connection or link. So hence both are independent. Okay, both are independent. For example, say teaching at teaching at X college, X college cannot benefit students of Y college. So you are teaching at X college, then students you are comparing with the students is Y college. Y college is nothing to do with the X college teacher. Since the teacher teaching to the X college is benefited to this A students only, but I cannot link the B college students for with the teaching of X college. That is, both are independent events. Both are independent events. Okay. Then coming to what are the dependent events? Dependent events are A is one set, B is another set. This set has some interrelation or overlap is called AB. A into B, it is AB level. Some link at all. For example, you talk about BCom students. We are BCom students. BCom students. Then NCC cadets. Okay. So B is called NCC cadets. B set is representative of NCC cadets. So in NCC, BA, BCom, BSc students are involved, in which BCom students are so involved. Hence, BCom students I am taking one event and NCC cadets altogether is one event in which BCom students are part and parcel. Okay. So this is depicting by Venn diagrams. Venn diagrams. Yes. We are going with simple formulas for addition rules. So they are, what type of Venn diagram it is? It is independent. Independent. So for that we want, so what is written here? Events are independent if the outcome of an event does not influence the outcome of any other event. So whatever happening in the A may not be influence B because there is no connection at all. So there is a gap between these. Hence, so that is independent event. So we need addition rules. What is addition rule? It is also called P of A or B. P of A or B. So I want A, either A or B, either A or B. So we want to do P of A union B. A union B is a formula where the elements in the A as well as elements of the B added together. That's why P of A plus P of B. So P of A plus P of B is required. Then multiplication rule. There is a multiplication rule also involved for probability, but here you cannot calculate the multiplication because the element which is related to A and B is 0. 0 means no elements, probability, no elements. So 0. So nothing is interconnected. Hence, elements of A is not at all having in B, elements of B is not at all having in A. So this is called P of A and B. P of A and B means the element must be exist in the A and also exist in the B. It is called P of A intersection B. So intersection is a rule where you need to take the values from A and B which are common. So here there is no commonality. A is different one, B is different one. So hence you cannot calculate the multiplication rule. Okay. So it may be a 0 and relation does not exist. So that's what. Here you can write minus 0. Nothing is there. Hence you have to write 0 in case of independent events. Then coming to dependent events. Yes, there is some relation. A is having interconnection, this part. This part is overlapped. That means elements, some of the elements are same, are common, exist in A and B. So you are writing them. So events are called dependent events if the outcome of one event influences the outcome of the other event. Outcome of the other influences. In the independent does not influence. Here the influence, they have connection. So what is the addition rule? Addition rule, we are writing P of A or B is equal P of A union B is equal P of A plus P of B minus P of A and B. So this part is called intersection, or we'll call it as a multiplication rule. So in the dependent events we use multiplication rule, where A and B, I want A and B, means the elements which are related to the A as well as B, I want to segregate them. That is, P of A intersection B is equal P of A multiplied P of B. So is equal, you will get the multiplication rule as the result always greater than the P of A intersection V is always greater than 0. So if it is coming 0, you feel that you should interpret that they are independent events. By selecting the two groups itself, you must identify that whether these are dependent or independent. Even though the mathematical expression sometimes give wrong values, but you must physically, so by seeing it, whether it is dependent variables or independent variables, events you have to understand first. Okay, so with this I conclude here for today, and I'll continue the same in the next class. So before conclusion, so far we have calculated, we have learned is the probability and addition rule. So in the addition rules, according to the dependency, so in case of independent, then one additional rule, addition rule, and in case of dependent, one addition rule. So with this I conclude here by thanking you. Thank you one and all. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, VB Academy of Commerce and Business Studies.